Good morning, everybody. My name is Irene S. Ibanez, your reporter for today. My topic is all about the DepEd Computerization Program, or DCP, from DepEd Order number 78 Series 2010. There are two DCP or DepEd Order in these guidelines. The one is DepEd Order number 78 Series 2010, and the second one is DepEd Order number 16 Series 2023. But today's presentation, let me discuss to all of you the DepEd Order number 78 Series 2010. So let's start. DCP number or DepEd Order number 78 Series 2010. DepEd is geared towards the transformation of education through the DepEd Computerization Program. DCP budget is provided under the General Appropriate Act or GAA to support the procurement of computer hardware and software. Why DepEd needs transformation through DCP? Transformation through DCP has several reasons, like modernizing education, enhancing learning outcomes, improving access to resources, promoting digital literacy for both students and teachers, enhancing teacher professional development. And through transformation by DepEd, we will improve our teaching strategies and it will make us easy for delivering our lessons to our children. So, what are the DCP aims? First, to provide public schools with appropriate technologies that would enhance the teaching learning process and meet the challenges of the 21st century. Second, to provide public schools and DepEd offices with appropriate quality and equitable technologies that would enhance the teaching, learning, governance, and operating processes, practices, programs, and policies to meet the challenges of the modern age. Revised guidelines of DCP, DepEd Order number 16, Series 2023. Then, third, shall respond to the computer backlog of public schools by providing them hardware and software and training on simple troubleshooting. So, by this program, the students and the teachers will benefit to modernize the Philippine education system, making it more efficient, accessible, and responsive to the needs of our students and educators. So, sa mga teachers po ng mga ALS, so magiging madali na lang sa kanila, lalong-lalo na kapag mayroon ng computer. Kasi hindi na sila magdadala or magre-record ng sandamakmak na papel, tapos dadalhin nila. So, sa pamamagitan po ng digital platform, you can record your student score by putting in the computer. So, what are the DCP objectives? First, shall be effectively and efficiently implemented consistent with the department's matatag, bansang makabata, batang makabansa framework and state's policy to establish, maintain, and support a complete, adequate, and integrated system of educations relevant to the needs of the people. These objectives from DepEd Order number 16 Series 2023. So, alam ko po merong DepEd Order sa Department Matatag, Bansang Makabata, Batang makabansa. So, meron pong another DepEd order for that. Next. So, provide computer laboratory packages to secondary school. So, ayan na nga po yung objectives ng DCP para mapunan yung kakulangan ng bawat eskwelahan. So, kaya magpo-provide po sila ng computer laboratory para po sa secondary education or secondary schools. Next, provide e-classroom to elementary school. So, these objectives on enhancing the educational experience through integration of technologies by accessing to a variety of digital learning resources, enhance teaching methodologies in making lessons more interactive and engaging for students. Then next, provide laptop units to mobile teacher or dun sa mga ALS teacher. Integrate ICT in the school system. And it helps to both teachers and students to enhance the digital literacy that nowadays are necessary to thrive in a technology-driven world. Raise the ICT literacy of learners, pupils, students, teachers, and school heads. So, it helps to administrative tasks such as enrollment, grading, and record keeping to increase efficiency and reduce the workload on school personnel. And most importantly, it provides ongoing training and support for teachers and school staff to keep them updated on the latest educational technologies and best practices. Reduce the computer backlog in public school. So, these DCP objectives, it will seek to better communication and collaboration among teachers, students, parents, and the community through the use of digital platform. It also bridge the digital divide by providing school, particularly those in underserved areas or remote areas, with the necessary technology and resources. So, very important po talaga yung guidelines na to, especially those teachers teaching in the remote areas. Then, program components. What are the program components? Infrastructure provision. What are they? The Technical Service Information and Communication Technology Unit, or TSICTU, together with the different bureaus, has come up with the configuration of the packages to be given to the public schools. The configuration was based on how the teaching-learning process can be enhanced through the aid of technology. So, napakaganda pong provision to. Lalong-lalo na po sa mga teachers. Yan, laptop units for mobile teachers. So, magiging madali nga naman po para sa mga ALS teacher. Na ito na lang po yung daladala nila. Laptop na lang po ang daladala nila. Hindi yung sandamakmak na mga paperworks. Then, computer lab multimedia classroom packages. So, meron po ditong sample. So, let me read. Elementary schools or e-classroom model. Multimedia classroom packages. There is quantity and specification. So, quantity, 1 host PC branded and brand new, 6 pieces, 17 inches LCD monitor, 6 pieces keyboard and mouse, 2 kits desktop virtualization kit using shared computing technologies, 1 UPS, 1 interactive whiteboard, 1 3-in-1 inkjet printer, 1 LCD projector. So, ang set niya po ay face-to-face lecture and hands-on training for desktop computer, interactive whiteboard, and desktop virtualization using shared computing technology. ito po yung package na manggagaling sa GAA na ibibigay sa elementary. Then, ito naman po yung sa regular secondary school or tinatawag na computer lab model. Quantity, and there is a specification also. Quantity, 11 desktop PC, 1 wireless broadband router, 11 UPS branded and brand new, 1 piece 3-in-1 inkjet printer. So, set niya po ay face-to-face lecture and hands-on training on basic software and hardware installation. So, ito po yung package for elementary and package for secondary schools. Next po. Program orientation. So, in program orientation, monitoring and evaluation are essential components of any program or project implementation, including the deployment of computer packages in schools. By conducting monitoring and evaluation activities, the community overseeing the computer package deployment can ensure the effectiveness of the program, identify areas for improvement, and make informal decision based on evidence and data or report. So, the Program Management Committee consisting of the ICT, TC, Technical Service, ICTU, and bureaus shall conduct a program orientation for the recipient's school. Orientation on the program shall be done before the packages shall be deployed to the school. So, before the packages arrive to our school, so we need to undergo trainings or orientation. So, what are the objectives of these activities? First, to orient the school on the counterpart requirements needed before the delivery of the computer. So, para po maihanda yung school kung ano ba yung mga requirements na kailangan nilang i-prepare bago dumating yung computer packages. Next. To orient the school heads on the inspection and acceptance of the computer packages. So, sino po ba dapat yung mag-accept ng computer packages? Siyempre po, yung school heads. Kasi po, yung school heads, meron po yung paper na dapat din pong ibigay dun sa nag-deliver na kailangan nilang pirmahan. The next, to enhance skills of users for instructional purposes and effective governance through ICT-aided environment. So, naalala ko po nung dinala yung package ng computer sa school namin, nandun po yung ICT, nandun may 2 ICT teachers din, the principal. Ayan. Sa kanila po ipinaliwanag. Then next, monitoring and evaluation. So, in monitoring evaluation, to ensure the effectiveness of the program as well as the deployment of the computer packages, the committee shall do a monitoring and evaluation of the program. Like what I said earlier, conducting monitoring and evaluation activities, the committee overseeing the computer package deployment can ensure the effectiveness of the program, identify areas of improvement, and make informal decisions based on evidence and data or record. Next. So, first, validate the compliance of the recommended school with the selection criteria. So, bakit sila magmumonitor? So, para ma-validate kung yung nirecommend ba na school ay sakop ng mga criteria. Next, assist the schools in preparing for the delivery of computer. So, there is someone who assists the school to prepare the school for the delivery of the computers. Like the supervisor. Supervisor will assist the school heads to prepare their school for the delivery of the said computer. Then supervise and coordinate the delivery of computers to the school. So, of course, kailangan po ng coordination ng school saka doon po sa magdi-deliver. Baka, because without coordination, yung delivery package na para sa school mo ay mapunta sa ibang school. So, sayang naman po, di ba? So, next, monitor the utilization of the computers in their respective region. Then, submit reports on the implementation of the program. So, after na ma-deliver na yan, so, kailangan na nating mag-submit ng report. Criteria for schools to be selected. Those are the recipient's school. So, what are the criteria? First, must have on-site stable and continuous supply of electricity and preferably with telephone facilities. For those without electricity and secondary schools, an alternative computer laboratory package shall be provided. So, they need the criteria for selecting school before distributing computer packages is essential for maximizing the impact of the initiative, promoting equity, optimizing resource allocation, building capacity, ensuring sustainability, and facilitating monitoring and evaluation. It allows for a targeted and effective rollout of the program, leading to positive educational outcomes for both students and educators. So, kaya kailangan po talaga. Then, kailangan po, syempre, bago ka bibigyan ng package ng computer, meron po tayong space. Then, meron po tayong stable na kuryente. Then, next. Must have at least one teacher assigned to handle computer education classes, to manage the computer laboratory, and willing to be trained on lab management, including hardware fundamental servicing. So, for me, for this number 2, siguro yung kailangan po nating assign dito na teacher yung merong background about sa computer. Para po kung ano man po yung mga troubleshooting, madali niya pong maayos. So, next. Must have at least one teacher each of English, Science, and Math who are specialists in their areas and willing to be trained on pedagogy, technology, and to echo training to their colleagues. So, napaka-importante po talaga na sa bawat isang subject or areas, meron pong isang teacher na marunong po or willing to be trained para po i-share sa kanilang mga kapwa-teacher yung paggamit ng digital platform. Kasi kawawa naman po sila, 'di ba? Kung wala ding mag-share sa kanila, walang tutulong sa kanila para mapadali rin po yung kanilang mga lesson planning, teaching methodologies. Para po magkaroon sila din ng kaalaman. Madagdagan pa ang kanilang mga kaalaman sa paggamit ng bagong technology. Then, third, must have the capacity to mobilize counterpart support from other stakeholders in the community for needed structures and facilities. So, napaka-halaga po talaga na merong support na manggagaling sa ating mga stakeholders. Kasi, kung wala sila, hindi po natin mapapangalagaan yung ating institution. So, nandiyan po sila para tayo po ay tulungan, para po ingatan yung mga gamit na nasa loob ng ating paaralan. Next. Must have never been recipient of computers from other programs such as DTIs for public schools projects, CIT, CTs, iSchool projects, etc. unless the equipment are due for replacement and augmentation. So, kailangan po, hindi po tayo recipient ng iba pang company or agency. Unless, yung pong ating computer packages ay needs for replacement. So, pwede po tayo manghingi ng donation. Ayan. Para po mapalitan na yung mga kailangan palitan sa ating equipment. Pero kung meron naman pong mabuting loob na kusang magbibigay sa inyo, kahit meron na po, kahit recipient na po kayo dito, ay wala naman pong problema. Next. Must have a strong partnership with other stakeholders to ensure sustainability of the program. So, strong partnership with stakeholders are essential for the sustainability of any programs as they provides the necessary resources, insights, and community support needed to drive over time. So, mahalin po natin ang ating mga stakeholders. So, next is augmentation. Augmentation of equipment for secondary schools with the huge students enrollment shall be based on the following criteria. For example, you have 9,000 and up student enrollees, you will receive 150 terminals of computers, 150 terminals. So, if you have 5,000 to 899 students enrollees, you will receive 50 to 100 terminals. Then, if you have 2,000 to 4,999 students enrollees, you will receive 50 terminals. So, additional lang po for, of course, using digital platform, meron po tayong disadvantages and advantages. So, dun po tayo sa advantages, several advantages for this program. Enhanced training opportunities. The program often includes professional development and training components. This can help teachers build their digital skills, making them more comfortable with technology over time. Then, improve access to resources. The computerization program usually provides access to a range of digital resources and educational materials which can enhance lesson planning and classroom instruction, even for teachers who are initially unfamiliar with technologies. Third, increase efficiency. Technology can streamline administrative tasks such as grading and record keeping, which can help teachers manage their workload more efficiently once they become accustomed to the tools. Then 4, support structures. The implementation of such programs often comes with support structures, such as IT help desks or peer support networks, which can assist teachers in overcoming technical challenges. 5, fostering a growth mindset. Exposure to new technologies can encourage a growth mindset and willingness to learn, helping teachers to adapt and develop new skills. 6. Students' engagement. Technology can enhance students' engagement through interactive and multimedia resources. Teachers who learn to use these tools can provide more dynamic and engaging lessons. 7. Professional development. The program can offer opportunities for professional growth and development, potentially leading to career advancement and new teaching methods. Then 8. Long-term benefits. As teachers become more familiar with technology, they can leverage these skills in their teaching practices and benefits from ongoing advancements in educational technology. So, ito po yung mga advantages for this program. So, what are those disadvantages for this program, especially po sa mga teachers na hindi pa maalam sa paggamit ng new technology? So, number 1 po, increased stress and frustration. Teachers who are not comfortable with technology may experience stress and frustration, which can affect their teaching effectiveness and overall job satisfaction. 2. Training and support needs. These teachers may require additional training and support to effectively use the new systems. This can be time-consuming and may require significant resources from the school or department. 3. Reduced productivity. Without adequate digital skills, teachers might struggle with administrative tasks, lesson planning, or using educational software, potentially leading to reduced productivity and efficiency. Inequality in implementation. If some teachers are more tech-savvy than others, it can create disparities in how effectively technology is used in the classroom, leading to uneven educational experiences for students. Then 5. Resistance to change. Teachers with limited digital literacy might be resistant to adopting new technologies, which can hinder the successful implementation of the program. 6. Maintenance and troubleshooting challenges. Teachers who are not digitally literate may find it difficult to troubleshoot technical issues on their own, leading to disruptions in their teaching and dependence on IT support. Then last, impact on students' learning. So, syempre po, yung students po talaga ang unang-unang maapektuhan nito. If teachers are struggling with technology, it can affect the quality of instruction and engagement in the classroom, impacting students' learning experiences. So, yan po yung different advantages and disadvantages using DepEd Computerization Program from DepEd Order number 78 Series 2010. So, thank you for your listening. Have a good day.